They're a team that believe in each other. I'm excited to see if Mongols can take it to FURIA here.
We've seen that you need more than name value to make it through to the next stage. Can FURIA be true to that on this occasion? Big names, but can they deliver the goods on the server versus the Mongols, who in many eyes may be underdogs, but again, they have been gatekeepers to this squad and many others before. And perhaps that will be true today as well. It begins on Inferno. Mongols, the aggressors, then on the T side. Let's see what they have in store for the likes of FURIA. Yuri heading back to CT. He's going to pick himself up some Kevlar. He forgot to buy. Not going to make too much of a difference, though, because no one's going mid just yet. Mongols making inroads on Banana. Seems that Cello's curious to have a look. He had a great performance yesterday. Honestly did. It'll be art to get the first kill, though. A few plays seen by Mongols. Heading towards that B bomb site. They seem quite committed to this one. Perhaps this smoke will change things, although they could walk into it. There's no flash for the Mongols at this point. Just going in dry. Bomb first on the floor then. Cello will be trying to defend that as best he can. Disastrous so far for Mongols in this pistol round, getting their first kill finally. They'll collect the bomb, but how much opportunity do they have? Not much with hasteka, the last man standing, last man to fall. Great start for FURIA.
Nicely done. Barely losing anyone in the pistol round there, getting everyone back over to the B bomb site. And that is something that we have to watch out for in this series, is whether or not the Mongols can stand up to FURIA on an individual basis. Because back at Katowice, the Mongols did an incredible job at winning loads of impressive rounds. But you look at the FURIA squad, they have a lot of talent stacked here. And here in the pistol, it was too much for the Mongols to deal with. Nice to see Art off to a strong start as well. Here comes the dig, but here comes Art, quicker on the trigger.
For me, I think as far as FURIA are concerned, it has to be all eyes on Keserato. Is he going to find comfort in this game, in this series for the squad? Didn't really see as much of him as we wanted to yesterday. Perhaps that could be different today. This man we certainly saw plenty though. Cello continues to deliver early on in this game. But is Keserato comfortable in this squad? Is there enough space for him to deliver, or was yesterday just not his day? Maybe we'll find out as this one continues. 2-0 start for FURIA. Very promising indeed. But the AK-47s are out for the Mongols now. Utility won't be perfect, but it might be enough for them to try and pull something off here.
Yeah, I'm hoping that yesterday was just an off day for Keserato. That will be able to step up in this one. He's got an MP9 in this round, though. So we'll see if FURIA go aggressive with some of those SMGs. They are playing close quarters right now. Look at this early group up from Mongols into top mid. They might want to fight for this.
Art's expecting the flashbang. Able to avoid the first one. Saying hello with the MP9, peppering, but it's not going to work out in his favor. An early frag for Mongols. And they've got time. Minute 20 on the clock as smokes are deployed. They can wait out this utility. There's plenty more where that came from, though, as far as the FURIA are concerned. More smokes and incendiaries, and they're being proactive. Rifle support for Fallen's AWP. Will it be fast enough for this first engagement? Forced off the angle, which leaves Cello on an island, but he goes back for it and delivers Fallen. He was good on the AWP yesterday. Perhaps today will be the same. Mongols then heading back towards the A bomb site. 4v2 scenario on A, but Fallen is making his way there to cover long. You can see Keserato very defensive on the A bomb site, behind double stack there. Perhaps he can work with Yuri. Still 40 seconds for Mongols, but finding Fallen may be painful. Should have landed that one, surely. hasteka will hold the angle. 9-10's gone past it. Fallen surely to drop now. 2 players remain on this A bomb site. 30 seconds for Mongol to pull them apart carefully, slowly. Keserato surely asking too much of him with the MP9. Dismantled on the A bomb site. Mongols will find their first round.
Really awkward round for FURIA. There were a lot of small moments that did not feel comfortable for them. First, you have Art spamming through that smoke with the MP9. That's just such a massive risk. You're going to get spotted with the tracers there. He gets spammed back. Felt like a play that was so unlikely to give enough of a benefit compared to the risk. And then Fallen, you can see, is always having a good read on where he needs to be. But those missed shots, so costly, allow Mongols to get up through A long. And then even Yuri's spray looked really uncomfortable. So a bit of a frustrating round for FURIA. But the Mongols showing up to the server early. Some good kills coming in from them. A good solid take towards that A bomb site. We heard Blair on the desk be very excited about what the Mongols can offer us on Inferno. Once they get the guns out, we get to see that good start.
Yeah, risky existence for Art. Close to the smoke of the MP9. Fallen had some chances as well, especially towards that long position. Some rare misses for him in the vacuum of this tournament. Art's got the Zeus again. Shenanigans. Oh dear.
They're not going to fall for this, are they? They know you can't be going in the apartments, especially without any nades against this sort of buy. Single flash from Keserato will be an attempted counter. Definitely liking what we're seeing from the Mongols. They got that very convincing win against Into the Breach. 2-0, both maps looking good. That's a bit of a dink onto 9-10. And they are going to run into this stack here.
9-10's got the molly, which isn't being deployed, but the guns might be enough. There's that flash finally. It's the CTs who are falling thus far, but Cello again getting some damage in. Ever dangerous Cello. Constantly saying his name for this FURIA squad. T2000 for Art, still hoping for a play with the Zeus maybe. Perhaps he can find something funky if he gets into a good position.
That's spotted now. Oh, he really wants it. He really wants it.
Who did the sound recording for this, though? Techno is coming in from the back. We saw the lasers. I do wonder who did the sound recording. What were they asked? What sound were they asked to make?
That's a
for
great
that
question.
sound? Perhaps we'll hear it later. We won't hear it on that round. Score is tied then. FURIA will be on the bye once more. Fallen is all in for this AWP. He'll be naked with that sniper rifle. He'll have to be very careful indeed. Saw some near misses in the early round. Certainly can't afford that in a round such as this. Very difficult to duel with no armor versus AK-47s. Up on both sides. 9-10 will opt for one as well. Very strong post plant on the T side. Got to have the right style to be effective with it before that happens, though. You can see him going for some aggressive plays there, slowed by the flashbang. He'll strike first then. FURIA fighting for Banana. 3-man investment there. Keserato heading back towards A. Double long play, no boost. Fallen will start to rotate. They have left things open here, but Mongols aren't going too fast on this round.
I see FURIA looking for that Banana info and control, and then they'll rotate plenty of players back to A, hoping that maybe the Mongols will go into this A site early. Hasn't happened yet, but top mid has been taken here by the Mongols. That might tempt them, especially after the previous round, although the bomb is actually still back on T ramp. So this looks like the Mongols will be taking their time in this round.
Denial of information, very important.
They want this B split by the looks of things.
Cello's in a very tight angle, dancing around the pillar, but not finding the duel he wants. 5-on-4 then for Mongols. 38 seconds on the clock as Yuri comes through and finds 2. The bomb isn't spotted though, but I think the jig is up in terms of what Mongols are going for. Art trying to create some space for himself and make things really awkward. Great utility usage. 25 seconds on the clock. Do they go for this bomb plant? Spraying on the lower angles, but still finding hasteka for the 1. Techno, the last man, all that remains here. What does he choose to do in this situation? He's lost all angles for the bomb itself. Fallen creeping, he can make it expensive. Just the 1 kill, or will be rescued, and FURIA will be in the lead once again.
Definitely looks like FURIA are pretty comfortable with their rotations early here on Inferno. and just the overall read of what's happening in the round. Because you just see with how Yuri moves up long there, he is pretty confident they're not going to double back to A. He's pretty confident that they're going for this B split. So that push to get those two players in the back was absolutely everything. It means that FURIA can fully focus on the players actually pushing in from Banana, and Art does a good enough job at just delaying, getting that one kill, and putting FURIA into a fantastic position. So good read so far from FURIA, despite the Mongols trying a couple of tricky plays. See if they can keep it up. It's still a full buy for both teams here.
Fallen with a very aggressive play in the apartments, looking for the swing, but Techno's ready for it, ready for Yuri as well. And that is a green light for the A-bomb site. Molotov coming through, but surely Techno sends it. They're standing in the molly though, and that will be a barbecue for Keserato. But Mzinho standing for the time being, going for that Vino plant, one would assume. CTs will have to face the wall to try and defuse that one. Not very comfortable at all. Cello and Art will make their way to the A-bomb site then. What can they offer? The Mongols, Mzinho and 9-10, quite tagged, but they've got very strong positions indeed. You can see a lineup to make things even worse for FURIA. That HE could be something. If it lands on the right players, it'll be double. bLitz is the man to receive. Art then in the 1 versus 3. Might be a question of what he can rescue at this point, if he can dodge these bullets. Great charge from Mongols, great headshots from Techno. Very fast round from Mongols.
Yeah, I'd say Techno is probably the sharpest player on the Mongols lineup, as Art sticks around a little long.
Might not realize it was on his side of the bomb site.
Yeah, always got to be ready for that now in Inferno. We'll see that plant pretty often. Not surprised that he falls to it. That's so clean from Techno, though. Not the highest rated player on the Mongols, but just his aim looks so crisp. One of those headshot style aimers that is always so fun to watch. Look at this for FURIA. It's a full buy, but it sucks.
Great tracer punish there by 9-10.
Where's Art going? Nowhere.
That's the question that Mongols will answer. Trying to get up to shenanigans, but Mongols have got plenty of time to stop this. Yeah, things just not working out for FURIA at present. An expensive CT half for them then. What do they do with the remainder of their squad? This is a full force buy from FURIA. They'll be somewhat spread out with these remaining 3 players. Fallen's got a smoke grenade though. If he drops it forward enough, he might be able to collect another one. Has a quick look as well.
Mongols want to go through here. 33 seconds remaining. They just firebomb the site. They mollied 3 different positions, so they will go through the smoke. And that means Fallen can't really do anything to deny. FURIA deciding it's better to save their weapons. And a little lackluster from FURIA early here, honestly. I'm expecting more out of the individuals. I think Cello has had a good start, but a couple of the players have had some whiffs that I wouldn't normally expect from them.
Now, Fallen might gamble and try and pick up a rifle here. Cello can drop the deagle he's carrying to one of the 2 expired players for this round, and the next one can be quite dangerous also. So we'll see what they do in that regard. Yeah, Keserato's been rotating early, dropping the grenades over to the guys on the B bomb site. Something to pay attention to on the radar in the top left. When FURIA are back on the buy, is their utility support usage towards B, what they're dropping for their teammates to collect later on.
Always got to bring the Brazilian flag with you. FURIA very proud. I think it's really nice that we have a matchup here where we actually have 2 entirely regional teams. Brazilians versus Mongolians. Got so many mixed nationality squads now. I like it when you have a home team you can root for. Here comes the banana play again. Nade's going both ways. bLitz has beaten them though. Nade won't do anything to him either. Now Molly will though, should force him back.
MP9s are all too common on FURIA rounds recently. Of course the struggle is real on this occasion. Art down to $150 to muster a little more in round 8. Don't want to give it up completely for free, but we'll bear that in mind when their full buy comes in later on. Just a flashbang for FURIA with the minutes on the clock here versus MongolZ. Such is the nature of this round. They'll lead 5-4 though. Cello repositioning. Keserato to run distraction, but he's in the pit at very long range of the MP9. Painful existence for him. Almost a crossfire. Cello swings on Library, but how can he? With shot compromise as well. Trying to do what they can, but MongolZ are ready for these angles. Yuri and Fallen start to back away then. As Fallen has secured himself a scoped weapon. He'll be very fond of that. But it may feel like a long road ahead in this first half for FURIA.
Yeah, it's really impressive actually that the MongolZ as a team look so well put together when they come from the Asian region. I think that was a really nice point brought up by the desk, because so many of the Asian teams play this really chaotic and loose style of play, but the MongolZ look like the closest thing to almost a European team, or a European style that's come out of Asia. And you kind of see it in these rounds where they're really solidly working together. Team play and timings look good for them on these wraps onto these bomb sites. Inferno, obviously a map where you need to have pretty good cohesion to play well. And the MongolZ clearly have that here, so really nice to see that come out for them here on their map pick.
I would love to go to Mongolia. I'm so curious about what the scene, the national scene is like in Mongolia, how they cultivate new players in that region, something we know very little about.
Yeah, I wonder if they just all come from the capital city, because like I know Mongolia, so much of it is just like vast like deserts and just nothingness.
I think they might live in 3% of the
it's something
country,
like that.
Most of the population, if I'm not mistaken.
I think there's Ulaanbaatar, and then I think there's a city called Osh, if I'm not mistaken.
I've been on the real life lore speed run.
Hell yeah.
At these remote locations, but yeah, very curious about the scene over there in general. They lead by 2 rounds now as we see a better buy for FURIA. All M4s here. Missing the on-grenade, but nothing too terrible. They'll start with 3 towards Banana once again. Again, Keserato has been a support man in that respect. Lining up a pop flash for his squad. The Twitty fight continues. And Keserato heads back, or does he? Drops a smoke at the well, picks it up, goes back to the A-bomb site, which is being executed on at least top mid. Again, denial of information for MongolZ. A 3-man swing looking towards the library. Are they going all the way? Are they sending it here? Fallen's going battle sniper mode. Oh, he's been stabbed. Oh, that's brutal. It's a crazy weapon to push when you see how many players are there. But you can see the urgency for FURIA to make a play like that. Thought he could slink back into the smoke. How the knife was ready, I have no idea. Techno tapping. Yuri dropped below the balcony. Keserato lurking. Spots one, but it's too late. Smoke top as well. They've lost all position, FURIA. And big decisions are to be made now.
It's just so hard to retake on Inferno, especially when you're a man down. FURIA decide to give up on this one. Man, FURIA just don't seem to be able to deny these pretty solid utility plays from the MongolZ right now. You can see that they're desperate to try and slow it down. I was maybe expecting a bit more counter utility when some of these smokes come up, but haven't really seen that. Fallen just has to desperately go through the smoke. It's so rare that you see your AWPer get knifed as the opening 2 kills of the round.
Yeah, how does he get shanked in that scenario?
It's kind of crazy.
That's what I'm wondering.
Like, even the fact that the MongolZ player had his knife out, the fact that bLitz had his knife out is kind of wild.
3-man swing, and one of them is holding a broken toothbrush in the smoke.
Oh, man.
He was almost on top of him.
Almost jumped on his head.
Oh, the reloads. Perfect cue. He's been like, well, wasn't expecting that.
Cool.
Bonus money.
I mean, this is what I'm liking about these long plays from the Mongols, though. If it is the AWP there, it's really hard for the AWP to like try and spam through and slow them down. And you see that Fallen can't deny in that round. Maybe a switch up in this one, boost up, and that is not going to be Fallen's kill. Yura steals it away from under his nose. But it is still a good start from FURIA, something they've desperately needed.
Used to be a common phase play. Top mid years ago. Looking down mid with the AWP. Well then, Mongols now will be on the back foot in this 4v5. Fallen, last seen top mid, rotates the AWP and hasteka gets dropped for free. Weren't expecting that, but the numbers game will overwhelm and they could have some position here. Art desperately trying to get up as fast as he can. Hasn't been hurt by Techno. Bomb's been dropped, but there is the trade. Techno alone now. Can he clutch on this occasion? Eats a big flashbang. Fallen, swing and a miss from him, down to the pistols. And FURIA will win that duel. 3 players standing at the end of the round as well.
God, Fallen is just so brazen with some of these pushes. I'm not sure that's a push I'd have made in the 1 versus 3. A bit of a risk, but the flash was good. Fallen believed in it, and it paid off. And that's more like it for FURIA, just getting off to a better start in the round. Mongols again going for one of those earlier plays, this time towards B, but they get denied. Let's see if FURIA can build on that success. Back to their standard setup again. Ooh, huge damage onto 910. Did not expect that much, but it's not going to matter. He's holding for Fallen, and that boost play run back-to-back rounds. This time the Mongols ready for it.
Yeah, they must have spotted that in the round prior, surely. I think it was Nico and Guardian who used to do that ages ago. FURIA would hate a reset in a round such as this. How do they get back into the game? Art looking away, and he's been dealt with. Instant trades again. Mongols using the numbers well, abusing them well. Cello's got so much to do on this bomb site. 1v4 situation. Yuri is miles away. He's not going to get there anytime soon, and Cello will try to buy time as best he can. Yuri on the way from CT. No flashes for support, though. Just a smoke grenade. That won't be so useful. Do they choose to slink away? What is there left for them to do?
Absolutely nothing. Has to be the save. I think for FURIA, that's an example of the timings just being slightly off there. That flash came 1 or 2 seconds too late. You want that flash to land exactly as the smoke is fading, because otherwise, Art's just playing anti-flash after the smoke has already faded, and that means the Mongols can peek before the flash gets thrown. So they just needed that communication to be slightly better. Art needed to call for that flash just 1 or 2 seconds sooner, because he ended up being a sitting duck, and that allowed the Mongols to accelerate with confidence onto the bomb site. It's actually 2 AWPs right now on the Mongols side. I don't know if we'll see those kept. They've got a load of money.
Yeah.
How has this buy happened where hasteka has no helmet, even though some of his teammates have like 10 grand? How's that possible?
Just living in the moment. Yeah, they're trying to dispose of the second AWP in T-Spawn. It's not going to be too big a deal, but for some reason, you can't throw anything into the lake in T-Spawn on Inferno. You used to be able to dispose of things there, but now you can't. It just kind of bounces back through invisible walls. Such is life. But I've got to say, if you ignore the pistol round win, which is worth 2 in this scenario for FURIA, it is a 7-2 scoreline for the Mongols, and they're winning almost every round by detonation as well. So they are, if you even measure the level of success they're having, they're getting onto these bomb sites, they're abusing the numbers as you often do on the T side, obviously. But they are having great success. Art will be on the MP9 once again. There'll be boosts of a different kind in this short position on this occasion. How do FURIA turn things around now? How do they stop the Mongols and the success they're having? There is the silent way to hop into the apartment, standing on your teammate's head. Doesn't give that sound cue you otherwise do, jumping onto the balcony. Attention to detail from the Mongols. Is there a play for FURIA to make?
Yeah,
Maybe it lies at the hands of Fallen.
I haven't seen them be too proactive in the mid-round. And when they have, it hasn't really worked for them. But I think it's something that could be good for them, especially if the Mongols are going to run a slow round like this. You would love to get some info as the clock runs down. Maybe it is Banana where they start to face. And they might start to see that Banana's pretty clear right now. The Mongols leaning more heavily towards A. 35 seconds left. They're going to have to figure this out. Still a smoke in their face, so they're going to be slowed down here. I wonder if they heard that spam onto Yuri. It looks like they may have. Hasteka ready, and that might allow them to get on towards this A site with little time remaining.
Techno, he's trying to bait the peek from Banana and does exactly that.
Oh,
Fallen stuck in the corner now, and indeed it is going to be a wrap. Is he ready? Will it be checked though? Techno on the way, half-checked it, but Fallen's going to let him go. 10 seconds to get this bomb plant. He's waiting for the priority, and here it comes. Very careful shot by Fallen, and he is just out here trying to shut it down. The trigger discipline is wonderful from Fallen. Daylight robbery, that's why you check your corners.
Oh, you have to clear that. That's the only way the round can go wrong with that little time left. They needed an instant bomb plant. And fair play to Fallen. He did everything right. Absolutely everything right. So many players might have bottled that. So many players might have just taken the first kill. But Fallen knows he can play the objective. Unfortunately for him, doesn't get to save the AWP. But another big round for FURIA. Let's see if they can keep it up. That's the thing, though. FURIA are having to work so hard for these round wins. When it's a more standard round, it feels like the Mongols have the edge with their team play right now. I think the Mongols have been bitten by that previous round. They might go quicker towards B this time.
Fallen swinging with the MP9. The flash is perfect. Mongols looking for their first kill. Cello hiding behind the smoke, and we've got flashes from the well as Fallen comes back for more. Wonderful work from FURIA. They've got the positions, and there's not much Mongols can do about this. This is a round where FURIA really need to build. They could still lead at half-time if they can keep this going. Mongols have some money in the bank, but they need to do some damage here if they can, and that looks unlikely. What is there left for hasteka to do? Not much, but full, apparently. Great utility usage by FURIA. Fallen running all over the shop with that MP9. Great work on that occasion.
Yeah, really well done by Fallen in that round. And I was worried that the lack of AWP was going to be an issue for Fallen, but clearly that was not the case. I think it was Fallen's own flash that set him up, which is very nice. Not easy to do at the pro level.
Yeah, difficult to conceal the sound, but he made it happen. And bought time to go back to double dip as well. With his teammates in that well position with those flashbangs so powerful on the B bomb site, Mongols can just about survive it as far as their economy is concerned. Had a chance for 10 until Fallen said no. Now they might be lucky to end the half with 9. Let's see how far FURIA can go. It's been a difficult half for them. But that will certainly be an encouraging round. 2 AK-47s, a rare round. No MP9s for FURIA.
No, they were loving that. A recent success, a couple of round wins. Finally gets them a bit of comfort. FURIA starting to kick into gear now. Fallen a big part of that. Still a surprise to see both Cesarato and Yuri struggling a little on the fragging. Normally the two go-to players for FURIA. At least they've had Fallen to bail them out and keep this one close. And again, the Mongols pretty happy to be fairly grouped early in this round. Always looking for that early map control first. This time it looks like Banana should be theirs. And yeah, again, you get to see the mid-round aggression from FURIA. You can see on the minimap just how far back the CTs are playing. They're going to struggle to have the information in this round.
One smoke on the B-bomb site in the hands of Fallen. You can see them trying to bait that out at the moment.
Oh, I don't know if that fake's going to work.
Heart in the library, press forward, almost avoiding the trade, but not quite. Cesarato on the bicycle, but where is the bomb headed? We've got bLitz showing presence near that library position. Yuri on the site itself. Cesarato trying to cover him so Yuri can focus on that long position, but he's been compromised, leaving Cesarato now dicing these players, or trying to. There's hasteka dropped. He's got to buy time. He has to stay alive as this rotation comes through. 9 seconds to plant this bomb. Just about happening now. Suddenly it's advantage Mongols. FURIA don't have position or the money. And there's one more round to fight for in this half.
Hadn't seen late rounds on that A site in a while. I was hoping to see Yuri and Cesarato step up there. Normally the two standouts, the two stars for FURIA, but they only combined for 1 kill between them. Normally you want that crossfire going between the site and pit, or you at least want to set up the pit player for a big multi-kill. That doesn't end up happening here. This was Cesarato trying to play around the smoke. Got the 1 kill, but then he was just in a really difficult position. Hugging that wall. Easy for them to push into him when he's the only man left. Uncomfortable round there for FURIA. And a chance for the Mongols to come away with 90 rounds heading into the last round of this half.
Fallen going very, very forward. Hasteka, just a passenger on that one. Always the worst when you're the man at the very back and you're the one to get popped. Never a nice feeling. We've seen this rotation's been quite common as well. Fallen showing presence, immediately heading to the other side of the map. There'll be 4 over towards the A-bomb site. And Mongols maybe have read these rotations, who knows? But either way, they are all just holding on banana for now. Cello's maybe got the right tool for the job, or one of them with the AK-47. May just be about holding position. Cesarato's on the rotation. He's got 1 flash which he could offer to his teammates. But Mongols are not sending it behind this utility just yet. Continuing to execute, but it looks like the jig is up because Art is running straight behind them. Now there's only 3 remaining and they've got to deal with Art. They're going to be stuck. This is painful for Mongols, but fantastic for FURIA. Art is becoming a nuisance now. Baiting for Fallen in the back as well as Mongols try to find their first kill. They're all over this bomb site, but they don't quite have the cover. Cesarato and an MP9 will be a problem. 2 versus 3 now. There are still 30 seconds on the clock here. Techno will deal with Yuri, and now we're down to a 2-on-2. How have they made it this close? FURIA coming from banana. HE on the way. Techno round the back. He's got a great angle for Fallen. They've turned it around. Mongols, the can openers. Techno with 3. Mzinho looking for a second. Into the sandwich he goes on. Instant trade, and it will be a 9th round for Mongols. Unbelievable comeback in that round. They lead by 3.
Kills the rest of them in one fell swoop. Round done.
Yeah, and this is a really powerful strategy.
Change.
It's a really powerful strategy, especially because in the flow of a map like Ancient, a lot of the time you are going to want to contest Cave so a team can't just have mid control. And I understand that Cave and mid are not the same position, but if you apply pressure from there, it means the guys that he's coming out mid have to now worry about the ledge peak as well as people coming out of Donut or that red smoke. So this is one of the key ways to exploit a double Cave or a heavy mid setup. Yeah. You just pop into B and you lock them into these hard choke points to get through. So you see it again, this is twice in the same game.
I mean, look at that death for Hades. The 2 deaths he's had. I mean, one dying to the Molotov. And
I love that last molly though. Like it's so that
the last piece, the one that lands towards CT push.
They've already scaled, and then it's a molly that they know exactly where it lands, and they're fighting behind. So it's giving them they're getting to pick their fights with this execute. You could almost break it up into segments. This is a really good round that could get broken down by the desk, right? That's such a fun little set piece. It's we will have 9 buying up again here. Orbs on both sides. It already feels like Liquid have done enough in this half, if I'm being completely honest with you, but Liquid have been known to joke, so if we say it quietly, maybe it's not real. Mid go again here.
Yukinda out mid and dead. Mzinho naded to finish. Good spam from Kyler to combine.
That's the one thing, right? If you path to go fast donut, it's pretty easy for the CTs to line that up. A bit of a B-stream update. FURIA versus TheMongolz. You can check that out as Goofy checks out lane. OC with one back here. Orb still train. The other 2 over towards main.
There is definitely still grounds for Liquid to convert here. With that frag from OC, it's going to keep boots planted. I say that as Hades floating back towards the rotation.
Oh, nice
Kyler,
shot.
great on the first. Takes down Rainwaker. Now Nafi's going to have an extra caution to him. The bomb on his back and now spotted out. That's going to be enough for the CTs to throw out the utility. OC has to be diligent because Mzinho's waiting. And looks like 9 have got a 4th in the bag. Can't find him over the edge of that smoke and see a very strategic, underhanded smoke. Gives him angles of elevation to peek and fight and probe. Securing a 4th and doing so cleanly. Even a couple of AK-47s finding their way into defenders' hands. That's going to be very nice for 9 as they look to find 6.
But that's what happens when you get a freebie through the smoke in mid, right? And this is with this mid control for either side.
What is your calling?
TheMongolz coming in as the Brazilian Slayers and looking to live up to that name right now. 9-6 up on their map pick. FURIA did start to come into it towards the end of the half, but I think TheMongolz can be pretty happy with what they came away with there. They look pretty well composed. I see if FURIA can change anything in this second half. They're switching over to that T side. And we've got loads of utility on the FURIA side and full Kevlar for the TheMongolz. Who needs a kit when you're going to rush down mid?
Here they go. W key, the only one that's required in this round. Cello's got so many targets. This is aimbots on steroids. Down to the burst fire up close as well. Cello's been such a great addition in the short term. The small vacuum of these series so far. Long may that continue. Mongols have 3 remaining. There are 2 mollies here for FURIA. We'll see if they need them. Mongols going fishing. Do they just continue fishing at range? Do they hold on to their Kevlar? Do you see a 3-man save and a pistol round? Surely not. Techno's got 1 HP. That's what really is there to do. It would be bizarre, but it kind of makes sense, really. Hasteka has decided to go to the point of no return. He may not get his cheap helmet, as he has been relatively untouched. Indeed, it will be a 3-man save in the pistol round. But again, you need every edge you can find. If they're going to go for a force bite, they've got Kevlar already.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Gives you a better chance for a force into this following round. And that retake was just so far from being possible when you don't have a kit or any nades. There we go. I guess that settles it. Buying nades on the pistol round is better than Kevlar. You know, sample size of 1. Very scientific, of course. But no, that was unfortunate for the Mongols. Just really good shots from Cello and a nice fast response from FURIA, realizing the B site is wide open. It is, of course, that force from the Mongols, though. And they will go back to a more standard round. Haven't seen too much from 9-10 on the snipers so far. Hasn't really been needed. But on the CT side of Inferno, that's where you're much more likely to have impact. Oh, that's terrible timing.
That really is. Still standing, though. FURIA on the T side, then. Well, we shouldn't be seeing K-Serato with an MP9 anymore. That is fantastic, doing much better with the Galil. Now, will they check this corner properly? Indeed, they will. Techno maybe hoping the same could happen for him. Not on this occasion. Not sure there's much for the remainder to do. So it'll be a slow start for Mongols in this second half. Both pistols, then, have been won by FURIA in this game. Those often have promising statistics. Will they be true for the Brazilian side?
Yeah, converting the second round both times as well. This time, though, they should have a great chance of making it 3 in a row off the back of the pistol, as the Mongols won't have a massive amount to work with in the next round. Definitely nice to see K-Serato getting that kill on Banana there. I'm hoping he has more of a chance to try and take initiative and really take over the game on this T side if he wants to. He should really have freedom for this FURIA squad. Definitely eyes on him after a subpar performance yesterday. FURIA doing a good job at keeping this one close, though, even though this is a map where the Mongols have got a fair few upset wins in their history. Obviously, a couple of different players in the lineup now. But it seems like with bLitz at the helm, leading the team, they're always able to find success on this map. What sort of risks do the Mongols take in this round, then? Boost up to try and get creative. They spot that nade early to make sure they can fall back. And Art doing Art things. Very quick flick for the first.
In he goes. So fun to watch his Art. Great flag bearer of the style that FURIA have. Maybe there'll be some kills in this round then. Those tags could be promising. We've got 3 low health players. We could see something super weird here. Made a lot harder now. Techno versus the world. Often been alone on this B bomb site as the T and the CT now. And the flank is on the way from Yuri. A wipeout for FURIA. That's good for them. A great boost of confidence at the beginning of this second half. Now the big guns will come out for Mongols. 9-10 with just 3 kills so far in this game. I would imagine he'll have much more opportunity with the AWP on the CT side.
That'll definitely be important for the Mongols here. Definitely a man to watch if they are going to have a good CT half. Really enjoying seeing Art play this well, though. And this is where we'll get to see how Art can fit in when Fallen is trying to call for the team. Does he still make those aggressive plays into this gun round? Maybe not with the FAMAS. If I were him, I might wait for a teammate to die and try and steal an AK. We'll see, though. It's K-Serato on Banana early, who will take a little nade damage.
I think 9-10's performance with the AWP in this game on the second half will be very important with Overpass to come as well. If he is able to wield it in a way that demands respect from FURIA, and the question is, will FURIA try to dodge it when Overpass is to come later on? So his performance could dictate more than the pace of this particular game. For now, they'll be forced to more defensive angles. He'll be in front of the library, able to fall back into the A-bomb site should he deem that necessary. No vision on top mid, no vision on Banana for Mongols. It's unclear where FURIA may be going. 9-10's repositioning, trying to decide which way he wants to go. Was closer to B, but he's gone back to library now. The smoke starts to come in for FURIA, and some flashes as well. How does he support the teammates in a short position? Mzinho gets utterly deleted, but 910 is here. Now he's gone behind the smoke and dropped by kScRato. bLitz is on an island. He can't see the site, can't stop the plant. Maybe he just has to wait to die. hasteka hasn't even left the B bomb site as bLitz has dropped on A. FURIA seem very happy with these proceedings.
Yeah, just a really solid site take and an example of a round where FURIA run the clock down and look convincing. And we were talking about that being an issue for them yesterday in their loss. Oh, Techno, that's good timing. He'll take one in the back for free.
I think they were coming to try and rescue that AWP. Cello rotated it away. No what for you, sir, unless...
Oh.
I have no idea where that went. Maybe into space.
Yuri dying to the bomb as well. Bit of a shame after such a good round initially for FURIA. They lose a couple at the end, but their economy's still very good. Won't be a big deal. Yeah, FURIA were definitely having some issues with these late round plays against Monty yesterday. So I'm really glad that we see a solid site take. You saw that smoke towards the site, really just making it difficult for bLitz from Pit to help his teammates. They isolate some of those angles well. Oh, we got a Mag 7 from bLitz. Is that on Banana? No, it's in Apartments.
The discount Mag 7, a unicorn in Counter-Strike these days. I think we did see one earlier this week. Great pop flash, but there's the meat shots from bLitz. Lovely angle from Cello. Off the desperation. Ooh. They were lining up there for bLitz. The Art was there to trade. Speaking of, back and forth we go. Techno still has angles towards this B bomb site. Not much health. We'll see if he's fast enough. What play does he make? Got to be careful with that silencer if he does want to go through the smoke. If he plays with the sound cues and tries to shoot, oh, he's just going to go in dry, isn't he? He's going to try and sneak in. There's a flashback from his teammate. Techno will be dealt with by kScRato. A resmoke of CT, and they know exactly where 910 is coming from. Fallen will eat his teammate's flash. They'll still deliver the goods there as FURIA make their way to 11.
Team ace for FURIA. Everyone getting 1 kill each. That'll be nice for them, a nice booster into that round. Either way, the Mongols did a great job of making that one close, considering what they had. bLitz getting that AK, down into mid. The Deeg shot was great. This from Art, very awkward. Almost got that lineup. Then kScRato just didn't get blinded by the flash. That's what spelled the end of that round for the Mongols. Chance for them here in this one, though. hasteka looking for early info. That molly will keep FURIA at bay and allow him to look for this control. He sees the spam, he sees the gap, and Art wasn't ready. Another player comes in. Big risk from kScRato.
Oh my days.
It only gets him a 1-for-1.
Wild plays from FURIA. Techno will make his way over towards B. We saw an unlikely round one by Mongols in the first half. Maybe we'll see the same from FURIA in a 3 versus 4. Fallen has a look around, flying into angles. 910's further away from the corner of contention, so he might go for a peek hit. Should be favorable for him. Indeed, it will be. There's the elbow. Then there were 2, a labored spray, but Cello remains alone. Smoke to try and isolate some fights. There's no one in CT for now, however, and he won't last long either. Techno's ready over the top, and Mongols keep it close.
There we go. Only 1 round in it. Nice to see the Mongols taking a bit of initiative in that round as well. Something that I don't think FURIA did enough of in the first half. There's definitely options for CT aggression. Yeah, there's that shadow spotted in the earlier round. Fallen Away's positioning himself well. Plenty of money still on the T side. And looks like they don't want that orb. They're happy with the 5 AKs, which is pretty common. Oh, those nades are brutal. kScRato second guessing everything.
Yeah. Rasa saying, I'm just trying to get some kills here, bro. Won't be made easy for him.
They've done good damage back, though.
3 players remaining here for Mongols, willing to fight for this as Fallen will take some damage as well. The only remaining HE is on long for Mongols. An expensive fight for FURIA, but they still have players on banana. Double long play for Mongols then as they look to identify the climate towards top mid.
So again, FURIA happy to run the clock down fairly significantly. This time, though, looks like a slightly earlier group up from them. And you can see now that they're heavily grouped on banana, they probably will feel like they've got to get a move on towards this B-bomb site. So smoke comes in, counter smoke instantly from the Mongols, though. Do FURIA want to go through that?
30 seconds on the clock. Hasteka delivering. The bomb goes first. Everybody else is behind. Where's the trade fragger? That might do the job. bLitz with a transfer through the smoke. Trying to punish the reload, and 9-10 is here. What a round for Mongols. 4v1, and KSGO may be shell-shocked at these proceedings. So awkward. That bomb sending it. I've got it, guys. I'll take the bullets, guys. No one behind it. bLitz with a transfer through the smoke, punishing traces and tying the score.
Yeah, man. Cello was so far ahead of the rest of the pack. He was looking like Max Verstappen. But that's not good when you've got no backup in Counter-Strike. That was tough. No one else from FURIA able to push behind him. And when you've got the bomb, that is just devastating. This was some of that counter utility that the Mongols used so successfully. And bLitz, these sprays through the smoke really put the round to bed, especially when you've still got that AWP waiting patiently on the site. No way in for FURIA. All tied up again.
A wonderful series of events for Mongols. If they can tie some ribbons in this round, FURIA may be in eco territory. Chain flashes to take top mid. 9-10 forced away. Does he go back? Got to play these angles very carefully. But FURIA having established denial of information. Look to reposition. Heading towards the minute mark. Does 9-10 dare go back towards top mid? Often you see a sniper re-emerge from a short position.
Look at how good the Mongols are at holding on to these nades, though. They have so much utility left, with 53 seconds left in the round. And FURIA themselves don't have that much utility to work with. So actually going through a smoke in the late round could be really difficult for them. With just a single flash, I think this looks pretty good for the Mongols if they can use that utility well.
Deploying that retake util on top banana. 9-10 will be on Speedway. He's going to be quite far away from his teammates now on that A-bomb site where FURIA may be headed. I'm not sure there's anything he can really do at this position, apart from try some crazy smoke play as Fallen did. 5 on 5, 20 seconds remaining, and Fallen's the first one to drop. The bomb is on the floor on short with 14 seconds, and now 9-10 re-emerges and can just show and tease with these shadows and try to punish. But can the bomb be rescued in time? 6 seconds, bomb has only now been picked up, and it's going to be too late. They're not going to get the kills. Can they get the plant? Denied!
Mongols into the lead. Oh, FURIA just slowed so heavily on that approach to the A side of the map. You thought they were at least going to be able to isolate the duels towards the site, but they get stalled for so long that that AWP from 9-10 comes in behind them with such little time remaining. That caused a massive issue, especially after that bomb had been dropped. Can't get that bomb down. And now FURIA could be in trouble here. Their money is awkward, but Art goes in instantly with the AWP, and he makes it a double. This is all FURIA have in this round, really. It might be all they need.
I think they chose to not send it through that smoke. That'll save Mongols for the time being. Grenades as well. That'll allow Techno to take a more aggressive position. Try peeking. The flash is there eventually. And you'll see them falling back in the meantime. Grenades being deployed towards long. Smoke in the library. And Mzinho is very far away from his teammates. But what is the play from FURIA? Surely wherever they go there, 5 versus 2, worst case scenario. Unless Mongols choose to combine on a bomb site, and they've been gifted the time to do that. Off to A they go. What a turnaround.
Ooh, do the Mongols get back? Quickly turning on a dime. They have one incendiary as well. That could really help them slow this down because FURIA's utility is not good.
And that clock is sinking once again. So this body could be everything. There it is at the front of the site. Now FURIA have got the numbers for a war of attrition. It could be favorable for them, but it is a full rotate from Mongols, and they've got bLitz on the site itself. Fallen has the angles though, and that'll certainly help. Can Techno find an angle in this smoke to maybe stop a bomb plant? Doesn't seem like he can. Chances have come and gone. That is quite the turnaround for FURIA. Will they continue with these double AWPs though? No one switching to a rifle at the end of that round. 12 to 12 either way. Mongols have got some money in the bank, but that wasn't what they were expecting.
Got to give a lot of credit to Art. His playstyle is oftentimes high risk, but there's the high reward of that AWP just going up banana, getting a double entry. And we heard the desk questioning what Art's role would look like on this new look FURIA lineup. Well, in that round, it absolutely paid off for FURIA. Still capable of making those plays, still given the freedom when the round requires it. FURIA do have that double AWP T side, which on Inferno you almost never see. But that's just how it's gone down with them having to save those guns that they recovered.
It's bizarre because it's an opportunist double AWP, but it's not one that you can really have strats for.
Yeah, no.
Does that break your general timings and how you want to set up a round? Because Mongols will still have a buy for this one. Sending extra men over towards the A bomb site, it seems. As 9-10 has been left with utility. Oh dear. Even with the boost, he still missed the balcony completely.
I like that they still go back for the silent boost up like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Might as well pretend. Again, Mongols running one of these setups in top mid where you've just got so many players stacked that you don't have to use your utility. That's the whole idea of this setup. But that means you do leave the AWP solo on B. And 9-10 needs to make sure he doesn't play too dangerous of a game. That's the shoulder spotted and a good quick shot from the AWP.
Second time he's punished a T sniper on that exact angle. Left eye, but he's further away from the point of contention. Techno is in trouble, but hasteka and Mzinho will deliver. Yuri swinging now. Can he find the second? Hasteka on the reload, jumps into his crosshairs almost. But Yuri's still in a 1 versus 2, making some space to collect his bomb, but bLitz will come in from the back, and that'll be Mongols to 13.
I'm so surprised that bLitz pushed through that long smoke. I thought that was a risk that wasn't worth taking, but realized that the player wouldn't be looking his way, sneaks in, and so Yuri had no clue what was coming as that MP9 comes in behind him. Intensity rising as we head later and later on into this map. And this top mid setup did just enough, got the couple of kills there from Mzinho. I thought hasteka was just going to hide, but didn't matter in the long run. They were far enough up. And now FURIA buying everything they can again. It's still a pretty good buy for them. And they're grouping up into top mid early. This AWP is always in the right spot, though. Oh, only the leg shot onto Art, but here comes the rifles. Couple of kills back. Aggression down banana. Keserato doubles up. And Mzinho has a very slim opportunity to do anything now.
He's going to send it straight into the bomb site. Is anyone here? I'm going to find out. Very fast moving round in both directions. What is left for Mzinho to do? It has been back and forth, but this really breaks the Mongols in terms of their money. AWP picks up, and that'll be heard by Art, and the hunt will be on immediately. Absolutely nothing left. A brutal time for their economy to be broken. This is a huge opportunity for FURIA to steal Inferno.
Oh, it's been a real game changer here with a lot of the rounds he's had. Gets a triple in that one to help them get that round over the line. And Cesarato just able to deal with that banana aggression. The Mongols were so concerned about all that action towards A that they just go sprinting down through B into the waiting arms of Cesarato, who's going to clean up those kills every single time. Pause for the Mongols, but are you even talking about the upcoming round? Or are you talking about what you do in the next? Because this surely has to be a save.
Their loss bonus is complete arse as well.
Yeah, it's tough. That's that push down banana. They were just so worried about that A site that they feed themselves to Cesarato.
That is a round they could not afford to lose. They might have to play for overtime at this point. Nothing in their pockets but knives and lint. Mongols. This is an opportunity that FURIA really can't pass up to steal the pick of Mongols. They start to make their way down banana. Cello, again, having to deal with multiples. And he did the pistol. There we go. Fast eco round, get out of the way. The money's still terrible for Mongols, though. It is utterly terrible, but they will choose to force.
Yeah, they decide playing for overtime is not the way to do it, especially when you're on your map pick. A spot at the groups of Cologne up for grabs in this series. Still just the first map, but the Mongols can't afford to lose their map pick here in this series. We saw how good FURIA were on Overpass yesterday. 2 M4s in play, but a couple of weak weapons as well for the Mongols here. Do they change their approach in a round where they don't have everything available? Or do they just stick with exactly what they've been doing? Looks like they're playing pretty standard right now. Oh, that flash has not gone where it needed to.
What does bLitz have in mind here? He's got Mzinho in tow. The T side is on the way. They must deliver here, Mongols. Fallen starts to create the FAMAS won't be enough, but the numbers game will. The trade frag for Cello creates so much space for them. And 9-10 has to press forward. His position is somewhat compromised. Surely not a second one. Cesarato, bomb spotted. Teammates don't have position though. Do they press forward and risk losing everything here, Mongols? No kit for these two players. There really isn't much for them to do at all. Their hands are tied. And game point is FURIA's.
Solid take of that A site. And it's all about how much can you stall. Can you allow those rotates to arrive? And the Mongols don't allow that to happen. Techno and Hasteka just have to watch the kill feed in this round. That's all they can do. And credit to FURIA coming into their opponent's map. It was looking pretty poor for them early on, but they've hung on in there. And now they've got 2 chances to steal away their opponent's pick. A couple of players have been dying to the bomb. Cesarato's turn this time. But when you're winning rounds, you don't care all that much.
Timeout for Mongols. Trying to figure out how to make the most of this situation. 25 for 13 is Art on Inferno, leading the charge by a fair margin. Fallen trying to catch up on 19, 18 for Cello. Been a good game for those boys. 19 for bLitz, up there with them, but they're just a little behind now. Very much behind in terms of weaponry. They need 2 from 2, otherwise their Inferno will be lost.
So many FAMASes. Are you a believer in the FAMAS? You gotta be if you're a Mongols fan right now. I don't know why bLitz hasn't bought a kit, but we'll quickly glance on over that. Utility is solid for Mongols.
Oh, please don't let that be the reason they lose this round. The only man who could afford one.
It would suck, but I want to not live in that world. No initial contest on Banana, but I think we're getting some retake utility. Mongols have been throwing that pretty consistently, just to make sure FURIA don't pounce on the B site immediately.
I do wonder what the approach is from FURIA in a round such as this. You've got 2 game points. You know your opponent is desperate. They could make some kind of play, some aggression at any time. Still with 3 flashbangs in the hole, Mongols. All but one of their smokes are gone. That last smoke does reside on the B bomb site. And I do wonder about this clock. 50 seconds at this point. If they head towards B and a late smoke comes in, then things could get quite interesting. Not being baited by Keserato just yet. hasteka's holding on to that smoke. 35 seconds. Bomb being collected by Fallen, and it's heading towards Banana, and hasteka has just deployed that smoke. And this is the kind of nervousness that we're used to. But have a look at Yuri in A apartment. He might be the first one to make a move. But what if he's unsuccessful? So many questions, and there's only 15 seconds on the clock. No time for this bomb to start rotating. Art looking to go CT. Keserato drops as well. The clock becomes the enemy for FURIA once again. Unable to bait the utility out from Mongols on that B bomb site. Disaster has struck when they were holding all the marbles.
Yeah, they had so many options available to them, but they decide to run the clock down low. That one smoke denying so much of their ability to move in. And they don't have much of their own utility to try and just burst through. Ends up being a brilliant hole for the Mongols. And that means we get to go the distance here in regulation. See even more counter utility coming in with the CT flashes.
They've got 3 AK-47s now. The thing is, the way Keserato was, I mean, it takes guts to hold that smoke, but the way Keserato was shooting was perhaps too baity for Mongols to use their util, and it's a dramatic change in scenario for them, for situation. All those French guns are gone, replaced with Kalashnikovs. Big upgrades, more utility, and now they've got 4 defuse kits rather than 0. Still work to be done though.
Wonder if they expect FURIA to go for something a little faster here after that last round goes so wrong for the Brazilian side. That nade looks good.
Oh, that's meaty. Way too much protein for their diet. They have to play to win. They cannot be playing afraid to lose here, FURIA. But they have got big issues now. We might need an individual performance, or they might need one, to find success here. Still a pile of utility over towards this B bomb site. The pressure continues towards A for now. Can they really show presence up Banana with only 4 players, FURIA? Again, that clock starts to run low. So much util for Mongols in that respect. Edging forward long. He'll spot 2 players, but not the bomb. Could it be a wrap towards B? They're wondering. hasteka might have a look towards Banana. Holding position on the A bomb site though, and the smoke starts to drop. Again, that late utility. That's a very important frag though. Mzinho has to find the bomb somehow, otherwise they might be done for here. He's holding things down. He's still in the pit as the bomb's planted. 3v2, and look at the HP on FURIA. They're both in the red, and the cavalry is on the way. There's a Molotov in the hands of Techno. They're in so much trouble, FURIA here. Moving up through the halls now is hasteka, and Techno's on the way as well. They've collected both of them, and it will be overtime for Mongols.
What a step up from Mzinho in the pit. I thought those shots from Cello were going to allow FURIA to accelerate towards that A bomb site. He was landing some brilliant headshots as they moved on up. But Mzinho just uses that pit position exactly as you want to. Just make sure that he's always alive in there, always causing issues. We get straight into overtime on the first map of this series. This could be an absolute slog between these two. Winner goes to the groups, loser goes home. And it's only the first map here, but you can already feel the pressure on both teams. Mongols stay on that CT side. And hasteka stuck between two flames. Looks like he will be fine for the time being.
Round 25 was quite advantageous for FURIA. On paper, that might be their best opportunity, their strongest one to close things out. Quick peek from Art. 9-10 holds his position. How they deal with him though, trying to bait the shot. Not what Fallen was looking for. It'll cost them one man to take top mid, but what do they do now? Smoked off Banana for the time being. Keserato has found kills here before. Techno by Speedway. 9-10 closer to his teammates as footsteps are heard in the apartments. There is a crossfire here. There are many CTs, but Keserato will have Yuri join him as they put the bomb back down towards T-Ramp. That will pull Techno away from long, but 9-10 is still in position. FURIA have 40 seconds. Art going a little deeper, sees the barrel of the gun, but he can't stand here. They don't have the time to do that. The molly will give the sound cues away as he repositions back onto the site. 30 seconds now, 9-10 looking towards long, but dropped by Art. And now things start to speed up. Techno will take the bomb into his hands in that long position, and this one slips away from FURIA as well. Art does not have the time to rescue that bomb and get these frags.
Nothing to do. The Mongols strike first into overtime. Nice shot from Art, but it's inconsequential. The round is over. Getting away with a bit more before he falls, but how about Techno arriving on that rotate, coming in with the impact kills? And with Art so far up short, I thought FURIA were going to be more decisive sooner in that round. If you're sticking around on short like that, it's a dangerous position to be. You saw he was nearly in trouble when he got mollied back. He still got bad entry towards the bomb site, but it just took too long for FURIA to get into position. The Mongols happy to take that risk on the rotate. And still timeouts for FURIA. Coach Guerri trying to calm the team down under the pressure of overtime.
This game should be over. But now Mongols are in the lead. And the late round is proving somewhat problematic for FURIA. Will they be able to find something early on this occasion? 3 players for the CTs making their way towards Banana, and the fight will rage on.
Dangerous game from hasteka. Do we see a flash as this smoke fades? Looks like 9-10's lining it up, but they don't need a flash. He just topples both of them.
Changing things up in overtime. FURIA trying to find some advantage somewhere. They leave grenades for their troubles. Fighting for something top mid. Will create a quite significant hole, actually.
They need that bomb back, though.
But the threat of Art going towards CT and flanking these B players is what FURIA have to play with here. Trying to catch someone out of position. The A site will be taken, and now it's a 2-1-2. They know where the other two will be. And they've made the overall battle a lot easier. 45 seconds to play with. 9-10 with the AWP. Wondering about their 6. As hasteka will be the point man. Art's playing a dangerous game. Getting the better of it for now. You can see the util on the radar. Too far away to be rescued by the Mongols. That could be quite useful for them. But now there's a forward smoke. 19 seconds. It's going to be quite a scary race to go back. And that's a great one through the smoke. Art needs to find these kills now. He's got to find both the frags. 10 seconds. There is no A sites anymore. He's gone past one. They can just hide. They can disengage. He's got to commit to the bomb plant. But it's too late for that as well. Oh, just a little jiggle. And Mongols take another one. It's falling to pieces for FURIA in the late rounds again.
Oh, it gets so uncomfortable at the end there. You wonder, if that bomb got recovered, could they have gone back to A? but it didn't get recovered. The no-scope landed through the smoke, denies any opportunity. That is absurd.
Yeah, that really is. They lost the bomb so early in that round, but they eliminated everybody else to even things up. But it just got worse and worse. Passing ships in the night in that smoke made all the difference. They've got to find something in this half. This is their last chance to do so. The promising start. 9-10 getting curious.
No need to take that fight. You're a man up. Don't let that get Mongols back into this one. FURIA desperately need this round. Look at the rotate from the Mongols briefly, leaving B open. I'm sure that will change. They just want the AWP over here solo holding. And that might be a good call in this position. The Mongols double stacked on a long. That is something that FURIA might not expect here.
Yeah, bLitz has a smoke for mid also. They'll be lining things up. There will be a dink. Doesn't use the util. There'll be a bait set up instead. But FURIA are being real careful. 5 on 3, heading towards that 40-second mark. That's always when the urgency rises, when you look for a final plan from the T side. There might be a stack from Mongols for what remains of them. 9-10 is on the way. Does anybody check this corner properly? The trigger discipline, he finds all 3 bLitz and a 4th as well. Devastation once again on his A bomb site. Yuri needs to find the frags. Surely he's got to find both kills. He has to win by elimination. Shifting his way over with 12 seconds on the clock and one of them's running away. He doesn't have time to go and get that bomb and find both kills. 6 seconds, and it's going to happen again. They are living in a nightmare, FURIA, in this overtime.
bLitz, the brainiac, the in-game leader of the team, puts himself in the corner and just says, you know what? I don't think FURIA will expect this. And he was 100% correct. Even still, it is not easy to get those 3 kills that quickly. First headshot, sure, but then this second player is so low. That allows the transfer. Fallen the last man. Maybe had a second guess, but it was too late. An incredible quad kill with the silenced M4, and the Mongols 1 round away from picking up their map pick.
Glorious bait from the Mongols. They were on life support towards the end of regulation, and now look at them. Fallen. That was a sitter for him. Still standing though. Some extra util towards B still exists for FURIA. There is a landslide of utility for Mongols. They could spread a carpet of fire on this bomb site if they want to. Goes back again, gets dropped immediately. There's so much trouble now for FURIA. They had 3, make it 2. Cello's been dropped. He's been so good for the squad. The AKs are coming, charging the bomb site, and FURIA get dismantled like Lego.
That should be it. Art the last man. No way back in. The Mongols on the verge of picking up this map, and for FURIA, man, they had the opportunities, but this overtime performance from the Mongols has been fantastic. I love the way they've been so composed, the way their players have stepped up. Only a matter of time now.
3 HP for Art, and that's a wrap. You could argue that Mongols should have lost that one, but they fought their way back. An excellent performance to claw their way back into that one and take it in overtime, putting FURIA in horrific situations as the clock runs down time and again.